This is the process for removing a larger than average door ding with the ShootSuit Ding Near Perfect Dent tool. The technician will demonstrate how most door dings can be removed without the need of body filler in under 5 minutes. We highly recommend that you practice on a scrap panel to get the feel for how hard you need to squeeze the handles. The tool develops over 1,000 pounds of pulling force. You will only need about 50 pounds of force. So squeeze the handles very gently. Okay, let's get started. Prepare the surface for welding the pin. Make sure all of the paint is removed from the bottom of the dent. When welding on the pin, use only the minimal welding time possible. Notice how the technician just slaps the trigger of the welder rather than actually pulling the trigger. This allows the pin to be removed easily rather than having to cut and grind the pin to remove it. This technique is especially important when removing larger dings. Place the tool over the pin, making sure that the cone is tight against the panel. Gently squeeze the handles while watching the metal through the side of the cone. Carefully pull the metal until it is level or just slightly higher. Remove the pin by gently bending it back and forth. This is why the welding time is so important. If the pin had been welded on harder, you would have to cut and grind the pin off. Lightly grind the surface. We recommend using an 80 grit grinding disc. After grinding, you will notice there is still a small portion of the dent remaining. Weld the pin back on at the deepest point of the remaining dent, and repeat the same process. Most of the time, the same pin can be used 2 or 3 times, saving you even more money. Again, notice how the technician just slaps the trigger. And once again, lightly grind the surface. Notice there is still a very small portion of the dent remaining. Move to the deepest point of the remaining dent, weld the pin, and pull one last time. Lightly grind the surface to remove the burr of the pin, and there you have it. The dent is ready to feather edge the paint and prime in under 4 minutes. No body filler needed.